So you're probably somebody that has ADHD and you just don't think you have any kind of willpower or any kind of discipline because you've been told that and you've experienced that you just don't have any motivation or any willpower. So let's talk about how you actually do and how willpower works specifically with people with ADHD and how you can use it to your advantage. So I'll talk about that right after this intro. Welcome back, my optimal mind. Welcome back. And we're going to be talking about ADHD and willpower and how you can use willpower even if you do have ADHD, or maybe you're somebody that just maybe doesn't have ADHD. Maybe you suspect you have ADHD because your mind is distracted all the time. You're not focused as much. And so or you just are somebody that's just are not motivated and have that willpower. So before I get started, if you are trying to have better focus, attention, and improve your ADHD, I do have a free training in the description below that goes over my proprietary process helping people with ADHD or people who have a distracted and unfocused mind to have an optimal mind. So again, that's in the description below that you can check that out. So let's first talk about what is willpower and how does it work? Well, willpower, a lot of people think I need to be more disciplined more. I need to discipline myself. I need to have my time management all put together and I just need to be more disciplined. Well, the thing is, with willpower, it doesn't quite work where you have willpower throughout the entire day. It doesn't work quite like that. It isn't that you need to be necessarily more disciplined. It's just you need to know how to use your willpower. So try to think about this, where willpower is kind of like a battery. And we get it fully charged at the very beginning of the day, okay? And it's kind of a spark. It sparks to be able to get motivated initially. Only lasts for a couple minutes just to kind of get us started. That's what willpower does. Now, as a battery, if you've ever used like a laptop, and if you were to turn it off without actually physically turn it off, if you close it and then you open up again, close it, open again, close it, you notice that the battery gets drained really, really fast, okay? Versus how they tell you that you have to actually go and shut down the computer, then reboot it back up. Usually your battery will last longer. But the more you turn off anything, any kind of batteries, when you turn it off and turn it back on multiple times, the battery gets drained really fast. Well, the same concept happens with willpower. And so if you think about it, anytime you get distracted, that stops the willpower. And then you got to get back to being concentrated again. And you got to use the battery again to using the willpower. The more you're distracted constantly so many times, your willpower decreases very rapidly in the very beginning of the day if you constantly are getting distracted all the time. So this is why people with ADHD tend to have, you might think that they have less willpower because you find before even the middle of the day, you have no motivation to do anything because you've depleted all your willpower because you got distracted so many times. People with ADHD, as you know, because I know I have ADHD, get distracted very, very easily. And so therefore you run out your willpower energy bar faster than the average person. So you got to be really careful here. And it isn't that you don't have less willpower than other people. It's just you're depleting it faster than other people because you get distracted very easily, whether it's noise, whether it's something on your phone, whether it's something you see. There's so many things that we can get distracted with. So what you have to do, how you can take advantage of this, is that when you want to use your willpower, first off, anything that you want to accomplish, they have seen in studies it's best to do things at the very beginning of the day because your willpower is fully charged. So it's best to do things at the very beginning of the day especially if you can get up early in the day, when there's no distractions, very quiet. And that's what I do. I get up really early and with no distractions so that I can get the most important things done at the very beginning of the day. When I talked about the one thing, remember when I talked about the one thing? I don't know if you've watched that video, but go check it out. Really important about focusing on one thing. But when you do it at the very beginning of the day, you have that willpower ready to spark it to get things started. Now remember, willpower is kind of like the ignition. It isn't something that just lasts, for hours. It's just to initially ignite the process to get motivated to actually start doing it. Okay. But then if you get distracted, well, starts depleting that meter. So what you need to do is eliminate all distractions, especially if you, like I talked about, trying to have a 4-hour block where you focus on that one thing and tell family members, tell your kids, tell anybody. And if you're a parent and have a kid with ADHD, make sure they have that time block where they have no distractions. Take away the phone. take away the gaming, take away any kind of distractions, and also tell your their siblings not to distract them at all, because they will not have motivation to finish that homework, to finish anything, if they constantly get distracted multiple times. Eventually the willpower just run out, and then it's the end of the day. It's just like, it's not going to happen. So you have to have no distractions whatsoever if you're going to get things accomplished. It's doable. It is definitely doable, but you have to be very diligent of getting rid of the distractions so that you can have that willpower being consistent throughout the day, but most importantly, by utilizing it in the morning. So this is definitely what you need to do as far as when it comes to willpower and taking advantage of it with ADHD, because ADHD, we degrade it a lot faster if we have consistent distractions. But if we eliminate the distractions, we can have consistent willpower throughout the day and so on, and throughout every day consistently, as long as we are very on top of it, of eliminating distractions. So turn off those notifications off your phone. That's probably the biggest one that, as far as distraction in today's society, is getting rid of that and any other distractions so that you can be successful every day, every week, every month, every year. And then, of course, your someday goals that you want to accomplish when you have ADHD. But anybody, this applies to anybody, not even people who don't have ADHD, but anybody that has issue with getting distracted. This is why you're having issues with willpower. This is why you're having issues of being motivated and accomplishing and getting your tasks done that you need to. So if you are looking for better ways to have a focus and sharp mind, to have that optimal mind, and you have ADHD, or you think you might have ADHD, definitely check out my free training in the description below. Goes over my proprietary process of helping you have an optimal mind, a focused mind, so that you can achieve success. Well, this is Dr. LeGrand, and remember, you have an optimal mind. See you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.